as Clinton's team admits there is no evidence existing of a tampered election, but Hillary's camp now jumping on Green candidate Jill Stein's call for a recount, a flip-flop from before the election.
That's horrifying. You know, every time Donald thinks things are not going in his direction, he claims whatever it is rigged against him.
He said something truly horrifying, and that was that he wouldn't say he would accept the results of the election.
I want everyone to know that I respect the choice you make. We were asked if we would respect the outcome of the election. I will.
Well, flash forward to today, and Hillary Clinton is joining the drive for a recount in 3 states: Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. President-elect Donald Trump's chief of staff, Reince Priebus, slamming the effort by Green Party candidate Jill Stein.
This is ridiculous. This is a fundraising, notoriety-driven fraud by a person who won 33,000 votes in Wisconsin to President-elect Trump, who won 1.4 million.
Former New York Republican gubernatorial candidate and pro-Trump real estate developer Carl Paladino joins me now. It's good to have you, Carl.
How you doing?
All right, good. Well, so what do you think of the Clinton camp joining the recount efforts?
Well, I sort of agree with Reince. I think it's headed to just get some more headlines, and actually, I mean, what they're trying to do is disrupt the seating of the electoral votes, and that's their goal. For what reason they're going to go through this effort, which is going to be it's a very steep hill to climb legally, but they seem inclined to do that, and this is Hillary being Hillary. I guess that's all we get. Well,
I mean, the expensive hill to climb. There's estimates it's going to be about $6 million if you really want to go down this road. And we're not hearing any more from Camp Hillary as far as financial backing. In fact, it's kind of the opposite. But mainstream media are accusing Donald Trump of not having proof on his claims of voter fraud. I want you to take a look at some of these headlines that we're seeing today. Donald Trump alleges widespread voter fraud in California. There's no evidence to back it up. Trump falsely claims millions of people who voted illegally cost him the popular vote. And Trump's baseless assertions of voter fraud called stunning. However, Hillary Clinton's team is saying there's no proof of fraud. They're still going to go along, though, for the ride on the recounts. And this is what many of us don't understand. And Hillary officials saying ultimately the campaign found no actionable evidence of hacking or outside attempts to alter the voting technology. And then look at this, Carl. An Obama official saying the federal government did not observe any increased level of malicious cyber activity aimed at disrupting our electoral process on Election Day. We believe our elections were free and fair from a cybersecurity perspective. So you've got Donald Trump saying, you know, look, I had the popular vote. He didn't produce any evidence of that. But at the same time, you've got Jill Stein saying, let's go in, there's voter fraud. Is Hillary's camp being a little hypocritical here and siding with Jill Stein?
I'm not quite sure what's wrong with Jill Stein. She has very little to gain except to take care of her friend Hillary. From Donald Trump's perspective, his reasoning and his statements are based in sound reality. We have evidence, and we had evidence of on election night, on election day, of illegal activities taking place in Florida and in Pennsylvania and in other battleground states. Mm-hmm. That evidence was clear. I mean, the press reported it. They reported about the woman walking into the room with four election people filling out absentee ballots for Hillary. We have reports of reports similar to the woman who complained about receiving a ballot that was already filled out for Hillary. We have complaints about machines being election machines being played with, so that if you voted for Trump, your vote would be cast for Hillary. We know these things. They're based in sound evidence. You know, the mainstream press still wants to argue that Trump is wrong. He's wrong on this. He's wrong on that. And Trump is exercising what he faced and really faced. He's got a right to make statements about it, and I'm sure during his presidency he's going to do something about this terrible election fraud that's been going on and on and on, and the press keeps trying to hide it from the people.
We shall see. I mean, he keeps making those statements on Twitter, I think to the chagrin of his staff right now. I know they're trying to kind of get him to back off of tweeting so much, but we shall see. It's never boring. Carl Paladino. Carl, thank you very much.